Let's take a live look outside right now over the city of Tacoma on what has been a really warm day once again. Meteorologist Adam Claibon joins us now. And Adam, I think we're all waiting for just cooler weather.
You know, interesting to see that camera there in Tacoma. You can see a lot more of the clouds beginning to pop up, and we have that marine air trying to work its way in here, and that's going to cool things down tomorrow. And I am sure and I'm positive that we're actually going to get a noticeable cool down in comparison to the past few days, where things have already started to take shape and already started to cool down here in Westport. You can see it's been pretty much like this the entire day. Cloudy skies, kind of damp looking too, with some patchy areas of mist from time to time, and more so at the 60s out that way, as opposed to what you're seeing just off towards the east here in Wichita Valley. And you can see that is showing a lot more of the blue skies, a bit warmer here, and then you continue eastward, and that's when you start to get into this hot territory here across more of the Kitsap Peninsula, Puget Sound, upper 80s, lower 90s, even extending all the way up into areas such as Snohomish County, even up around areas of Skagit and Whatcom County, still holding on to a lot more of the 80s. Things definitely going to change. Puyallup are one of the hotter spots right now at 95. Here you go. You can see some of those clouds beginning to move on in here. We're seeing a fairly good amount, though, of that clear blue sky still in place, though. We're at 90 degrees here in Seattle. West winds coming in at 9 miles per hour. Current temperature sitting at 89 in Bremerton, 82 in Shelton, 65 in Hoquiam, and 63. Those are your current temperatures, and we really didn't get out of the 60s this afternoon either. 81 in Bellingham. So some shower activity working its way along parts of the eastern slopes of the Cascades, and that will be farther east across the state. Really weak disturbance with that. That's going to be moving on through. As we brought in the picture, you can see things are actually looking fairly decent for us. What we're waiting on is that this trough of low pressure is going to start to dip a little farther south, and that's going to increase some of the onshore flow, especially once we get this disturbance out of here and it starts to head its way farther to the east. Ahead of that, yeah, still a decent amount of heat here for the evening, so heat advisory still in effect until 11 p.m. for tonight for the areas you saw shaded in the orange. And then once we head into the weekend, we have another push of some offshore flow that's going to take back over. That's going to reduce the humidity again, start to bring back temperatures a bit more heading into Sunday, and at that time higher fire risk here is possible here along the Cascades. Plus it could even bring a little more of that wildfire smoke. So check this out. As we head into the next day or so, you can see the winds generally coming in from the west, but then once we head on into that Saturday time frame, you can start to see more of a northerly and northeasterly flow, as that will start to bring back some of that smoke haze here to the region, which we'll keep an eye out as far as any sort of impacts air quality. But you can definitely tell winds are coming more so out of the west and helping to blow a lot of that wildfire smoke off towards the east, while as we head on closer to about Saturday, you start to notice that starting to inch its way closer to the western side of the state as we head on into that time. Tomorrow's forecast: 69 in Anacortes, 69 in Port Townsend, 71 in Port Angeles, and we're only seeing the mid-70s in Marysville. That's it for a high tomorrow afternoon. We might see some 80s down this way. I think we're going to be close in Redmond, Issaquah, and in Bellevue. We'll top off at 78 in Seattle. Bremerton up to 77 degrees for a high. Farther south here, it looks like South Sound. We'll see more of the mid to upper 70s for highs at 79 in Auburn and 76 in Gig Harbor. And then tonight's lows, check them out. A few 40s out there around Olympia, Puyallup, and in Shelton. Puyallup, we're sitting at 95 right now, so down to 48. That will be quite a change, and you might need something to cover the arms as you head out the door, but it should feel pretty nice. Open up the windows tonight. We'll stay coolish heading on into the day Saturday, back into the mid 80s on Sunday, and then upper 70s and lower 80s to come later into next week.